It's 8 o'clock now, so we can start. Good evening, friends. I extend a hearty welcome to all the participants and audience who have spared their valuable time
Good
to
evening,
join
sir.
this session. Happy Teachers' Day to each one of you. Today, we are conducting the 8th session of the series Learning from Legends. Let me share with you two main objectives of this session. The first one is to inculcate leadership qualities in the youth, and the second one is to hone their public speaking skills by giving them an opportunity to speak on this platform. In fact, the earlier sessions of Learning from Legends, we have been inviting students and guiding them to talk about the leadership qualities of these great leaders, sportsmen, scientists, etc. Today is a special day. It is the 136th birth anniversary of the former president, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, which is being celebrated as Teachers' Day since 1962. Being a teacher myself, I bow in reverence to all the teachers. It was William Arthur Ward, an American motivational writer, who said, and I quote, "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires." In today's session, we have different teachers who are talented in their own way, and they have got a passionate desire for teaching. The theme of today's session is educational philosophy of Dr. Radhakrishnan and its relevance in the present day context. The teachers who are participating as speakers in today's session are those who take pride in their profession and are passionate about teaching. We have teachers from different schools all over the country. Innovative Global School, Bathinda, Punjab. Sacred Heart School, Kodarma, Jharkhand. Karnal International School, Karnal, Haryana. JP International School, Greater Noida. Dayanand Model Senior Secondary School, Jalandhar, Punjab. In addition to these 8 brilliant teachers, we are privileged to have national award-winning teachers who have been awarded by the President of India. They are guests of honor in today's session. Actually, there are many interesting facts about Dr. Radhakrishnan's life and work, but due to paucity of time, I'll not be able to dwell upon them. Only one thing which I would like to share with you is, एक बार डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन के एक रिलेटिव थे जो उनके गांव से आए उनको मिलने, और उन्होंने उनसे कहा कि मेरा एक बेटा है, उसने ग्रेजुएशन किया है, उसे कहीं नौकरी नहीं मिल रही है, आप तो राष्ट्रपति हैं और आप टीचर रहे हैं, तो इसको कहीं पर भी स्कूल में टीचर की जॉब लगवा दी थी। डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन थोड़ा सोचा और फिर उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं, ये नहीं हो सकता, टीचर की जॉब में इसको नहीं लगवा सकता हूँ, क्योंकि टीचर की जॉब बहुत जिम्मेदारी की होती है, बहुत लगन से काम करना पड़ता है। हाँ, अगर आप मदद चाहते हैं तो मैं इसको कोई मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट या एमएलए का टिकट दिलवा सकता हूँ। This is how he spelled out the importance of a teacher and a job of teaching. In today's session, the 8 speakers will be dwelling upon the following topics. Education as a means to build character, not just careers. Second, teacher as a role model beyond knowledge discovery. Third, education for universal brotherhood and peace. Fourth, integration of science and spirituality in education. Fifth, education for self-realization and happiness. Sixth, teacher-student relationship from authority to mentor. Seventh, relevance of value-based education in the digital era. And eighth, teacher as a lifelong learner. Let me introduce you to the presenter of today's session. She's an illustrious teacher having experience of 20 years, including 14 years in the corporate and 6 years as a yoga teacher. She is conducting yoga classes online and offline and has a huge fan following on the social media. She did her master's in yoga, is a UGC NET qualified, and is pursuing a doctorate in yoga. She has won many national and international awards. She is a motivational speaker and a social worker. नवाबों के शहर लखनऊ से हमारे साथ जुड़ रही हैं प्राची शिखा. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together to welcome Prachi Shikha with a huge round of applause. Over to you, Prachi.
Thank you, Pradeep sir, for such wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. Before I start the session and we call our speakers, let me tell you about Pradeep Khare sir. Sir, I am truly thankful to you for calling me on this stage. I would request everyone to please be on mute. Thank you for your cooperation.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Can everyone be on mute, please? Thank you. So, Colonel Pradeep Khare, sir, is a veteran of Indian Army, and he So Pradeep Khare sir has authored 12 motivational books, and he is a TEDx speaker also. He runs a motivational YouTube channel and founder of गरीब की गुल्लक. So गरीब की गुल्लक एक ऐसी संस्था है जो जितने भी जरूरतमंद लोग हैं जो अपने इलाज को अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं, गरीब की गुल्लक उन्हें हर तरह से मेडिकल सुविधाएं मुहैया करवाती हैं. So it's a brainchild of our own Pradeep Khare sir. So he is very much into social services through his work, through his words. And this learning from legends is a brainchild of Pradeep Khare sir. And we are running this program for more than 1 year, sir, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
More than 1 year. And every month we conduct this program where we are talking about legends and learning a lot from their lives. So in this series today, as we all know, it's Teachers' Day. So we have invited our teachers to speak on 8 different topics, and sir has already given you explanation. So without any further delay, let me call our first speaker of the day, Ms. Priyal Chaudhary, who will speak on topic education as a means to build career, not just build character, my fault, not just careers. Ms. Priyal Chaudhary is teaching at JP International School, Greater Noida. She holds degree in history honors, masters in history, B.Ed, and she has also qualified her UGC NET exam. She teaches history to classes 10th, 11th, and 12th and has 5 years of teaching experience. According to her, the 4 essential qualities of a teacher are patience, clear communication, empathy, and passion for teaching. So let's welcome Ms. Priyal Chaudhary on screen.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your invite. And I'm very glad that I joined this session. So I'll start with my words now. A very good evening, everyone. So let me begin with a story. A student once asked Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Sir, what is the greatest gift a teacher can give? So Dr. Kalam smiled and said, The greatest gift is not information, but it is inspiration. Information builds your career, but inspiration builds your character. Think about it. When you remember your favorite teacher, do you recall their formulas or the facts that they taught you, or their kindness, encouragement, and belief in you? Inspiration lasts for longer than information. And by this thought brings us to Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, whose birthday we celebrate today as Teachers' Day. He believed that education is not merely for a livelihood, it is for life. He reminded us that knowledge without character is like a lamp without light, unable to guide us through darkness. Yet today, our education often feels career driven. We celebrate marks, placements, coding skills, and salaries. These are some important, but of course, in the race of careers, we sometimes forget the foundation, which is character. And here is the reality: the world values character now more than ever. A World Economic Forum report found that 93% of the employment rank integrity, teamwork, and empathy as equal to or even more important than technical skills. A LinkedIn survey of 2022 showed that 7 out of 10 companies in India consider ethics and responsibility the top qualities for leadership. And according to Harvard research, 85% of career success depends on soft skills like honesty and responsibility, while only 15% comes from technical knowledge. Careers may open doors, but it is character that allows us to remain in the room. So, how do we build character in the classrooms? Not through another textbook or exam, but through daily practice. For example, when students submit projects, teachers can celebrate honesty by appreciating originality, even if it is imperfect, rather than rewarding the copied work. During group discussions, we can nurture empathy by ensuring that every student, even the quietest one, is heard. On the sports field, when a student plays fairly, even if means losing, that is character in action. Even the smallest of the gestures, like returning a lost pen, helping a struggling classmate, or even admitting a mistake, they are powerful lessons in responsibility. Imagine two doctors, one is brilliant without compassion, and another who's average but deeply caring. Who would you trust more? Or imagine a leader without a vision, or with a vision but no integrity. The result is disastrous. That is why education must shape not just careers but characters. Because true education should not just create engineers, doctors, or managers, it should create honest engineers, compassionate doctors, and responsible managers. That is the true tribute to Dr. Radhakrishna's visions. So today, let us pledge, along with excellence in academics, we will nurture excellence in values. Because career may shape our future, but character shapes our destiny. And if every classroom becomes a place where values grow alongside the skills, then we will not only build successful individuals, we will build a better world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Priyal Chaudhary. First of all, I really appreciate you to close your talk in the given time. This is one of the best quality of a speaker. Thank you very much to adhere to the time. And yes, Priyal ma'am, you have rightly said that 85% of soft skill and 15% is technical skill. And we, as a teacher, we all must remember this thing. एक आपकी बात जो मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंफॉर्मेशन एंड इंस्पिरेशन. और आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला, अगर हम पुराना अपना टाइम याद करते हैं तो हमें ये कुछ भी याद नहीं है कि हमारे टीचर ने हमें क्या फॉर्मूला पढ़ाए हैं. ये याद है कि उन्होंने हमें कितना इंस्पायर किया था व्हेन वी वर डाउन इन आवर स्टडीज और इन आवर लाइफ. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग such wonderful thoughts with us. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, ma'am, for your feedback. I wish to correct that it is not JP International School. I am from JP Public School, Greater Noida, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Just a correction, ma'am. No worries. Thank you.
Welcome. Let's move forward to our next speaker, Ms. Sumedha Patni from JP International School, Greater Noida. And the topic she is going to speak on is teachers as a role model beyond knowledge delivery. Sumedha ma'am holds a degree of BA and B.Ed and have 15 years of enriching experience. She has been inspiring young leaders in the subject of English across grade 3, 5, 6 and 7. सुमेधा मैम का ये मानना है कि एजुकेशन या रिवॉर्ड सिर्फ मेडल से या सर्टिफिकेट से नहीं साबित होते हैं. आपका असली रिवॉर्ड वो है जो चेहरे पे आप अपने स्टूडेंट्स देखते हैं. दैट इज द रियल रिवॉर्ड फॉर अ टीचर. So, and according to Sumedha ma'am, उनका could you please be on mute, Jyoti Sethi ji, please. So, as per Sumedha ma'am, there are 4 timeless qualities जो एक टीचर के पास चाहिए. पहला, a teacher should be a good listener. दूसरा, a lifelong learner, definitely yes, and to be loving and remain compassionate to human being. So let's have Sumedha ma'am on screen to have her wonderful thoughts on this topic. Can we have Sumedha ma'am on the screen, please?
Yeah, a very good evening to one and all. I am privileged today to be a part of this wonderful webinar celebrating Teachers' Day with such great educators. A very happy Teachers' Day to all of you. I would like to correct here that I too am from JP Public School, Greater Noida. So Priyal and I are from the same school. It's JP Public School, Greater Noida. Well, I would like to begin my talk with a quote by a famous philosopher, Buddhist philosopher, Dr. Daisaku Ikeda, who says, I quote, education is the path to happiness. Education is the path to victory and justice. Education is the path to peace, and fostering capable individuals is the true essence of education. A role of a teacher today is much more than just filling the vessels, as some say, filling the empty. Today's children are no longer empty vessels. We need to understand as facilitators and educators that they're so much aware, and it's our duty, our responsibility to give them an enriching experience, because they already come with prior knowledge of things, and with this so much of social media and awareness and online education happening, digital learning happening, children are very much aware. So we need to create an environment. We need to create a sense of belongingness in the children, I think, where children foster their creativity. Building a positive relationships with the students is very, very important. Appreciating inclusivity, having inclusivity in the class, where all children, irrespective of their differences and irrespective of the individual differences, their uniqueness should be celebrated in some other way by the teacher. Promoting resilience. For inclusivity, I would like to just quote here. I've been lucky to have worked with a child with special needs for 2 years. And initially, as a teacher, being a mainstream teacher, it took me time to understand the child's needs. But gradually, with that environment, with a positive environment, we as a class could help nurture his skills. And today, that child is a fantastic singer and representing our school on different platforms, music platforms, competitions, etc. Promoting resilience is very important as a teacher. I think children in face of challenges and obstacles, they kind of have a nervous breakdown. So it's very important as a teacher to instill in them the fact that challenges and problems and obstacles should be taken as an opportunity to own oneself, to improve one's skills, and to grow. I mean, it's actually we must, as teachers, must develop a growth mindset in the children, so that they are able to face the challenges of the world very boldly and very courageously. Moreover,
Ma'am, you have become on mute somehow. I don't know how.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes.
Yeah,
Now you
sorry.
are.
So sorry for that. So ensuring
No
a
problem.
positive, safe school environment is very, very important, where children get where the positive behaviors of the children are, like respect, responsibility, and kindness, all are promoted in the children. Preventing negative behaviors such as bullying and harassment. We, especially having worked with children with special needs, they are more susceptible to such kind of problems. So we are, as educators, it's very important for us to educate the mainstream children that these children are actually hand-holded, where we have we assign buddies to these kids, so that they are able to face and they are able to take up all challenges very boldly, or any kind of bullying, so that they can raise their voice against all that. Moreover, teacher herself is a role model. We in our talks, or maybe in school, we kind of at times become very casual So we must, by in our interactions with our maybe colleagues, but we should understand the fact that the children are very observant. Every act of ours, especially the kindergartners and the primary students, they notice each and every act of the child, of the teacher. So as they're very observant, so we have to be very cautious about how we project ourselves, because we have to set role models for them. Um it's very important to teach and reinforce positive behaviors in the students. Modeling good behavior, as I said, is very important. Providing consistent expectations and support to the students as well as the guardians is very very important. Working in collaboration, teaching them, building their competencies is very important, I feel. Each child in our class is blessed with some other unique ability, uniqueness, which we as educators must celebrate. Yeah. And to sum up, I would like to say here that we as educators should be lifelong learners, as I said, because if we learn, if we project ourselves, if we learn, we are able to actually kindle that flame for learning in our children. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumedha ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing such wonderful words with us. And yes, you have rightly said, kids are very observant. They are not at all empty vessels. They are very observant. I can vouch for that. I have daughter years old, and she observes a lot, and एकदम से कभी भी कुछ भी धमाका बोल सकती है. That उस दिन आपने ये किया था, उस दिन आपने ये कहा था. We forget, but they don't. They never forget. Yes, we have to be very careful with kids. And many congratulations for the special need kids that you have nurtured as a singer. Many congratulations, ma'am. It's really a big achievement. Thank you. Let's move forward to our next speaker, the third speaker of the day, Miss Kamla Pal. And she's going to speak on education for universal brotherhood and peace. Kamla ma'am has done her MSc in botany, B.Ed, and she has qualified NET exam in life sciences. She teaches biology and chemistry, classes 9th to 12th, and has 7 years of enriching experience in education field. मैम का ये मानना है कि हर बच्चे के सीखने की गति अलग अलग होती है, हर बच्चे के सीखने का तरीका अलग होता है, तो बच्चे के सीखने के तरीके से ही हमें उन्हें सिखाना चाहिए. सो आइए वेलकम करते हैं कमला मैम का ऑन स्क्रीन.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for providing the wonderful stage to speak on a wonderful topic, education for the universal brotherhood and peace. On the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Sat Vandani Ma Sharde, and all the respected dignitaries and the speakers, happy Teachers' Day to one and all present out here. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, as we know that was the aim of Radhakrishnan. The word is one family. Today, all the teachers, parents have a challenge to develop the wonderful thought. To develop this wonderful thought, it's our challenge, and I think this can be done by the education. For educating a student about the universal brotherhood and the peace. Education is not just about reading books or the sharing or the scoring marks. I think the true education means to develop the humans with humanity. I think the world we are living in, we should know about where we are living, and I think the aim should be to connect with the pupils. So universal brotherhood is what? It means every human being in this universe is connected. It teaches us to treat everyone with love, with respect and compassion, no matter of their religion, caste, nationality, and the languages. And nowadays, why the education is of the peace is important, in my opinion. In today, we are facing many of the challenges like the conflicts, inequality, discrimination, and most dangerous, in my point of view, that is the violence. And only education help us to be tolerant, responsible, and the compassionate citizen. So, what are teachers and the school's responsibility now today's context? I think a school and teachers can promote peace and brotherhood by inspiring the philosophy of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. We can include few things in our education system. Firstly, the curriculum integration. We can include the stories, poems, lessons from the different cultures and religions so to highlight the harmony and the respect. I think according to Radhakrishnan, we should change the method of teaching social studies so that we can promote the tolerance. We can promote the tolerance instead of the division. Actually, in the SST we are teaching the division system, not the tolerance system, and this could be the part of the life skill. Secondly, we could include the classroom practices. We can encourage group activities, discussions on the wonderful topic. As my previous speaker said, that yes, the inclusive teaching is very very important, so that every student feel respected regardless of their caste, religions and the background. Third, activity celebration. To promote the culture respect, we can celebrate festivals of different religions together with the parents and the society. We should organize the peace assemblies, debates, exhibitions on the brotherhood and the citizenship. The most important in today's date context, we should talk about the global awareness for the sustainable development. It's our responsibility, school and teachers' responsibility to teach the student, use technology to connect with the student in other countries through the cultural exchange program. Now today there is a need to discuss about the global changes like the climate change, poverty and inequality. Climate change, as we are from the Uttarakhand and we are facing it very clearly or very nearly. We can see in the Pithoragarh and the Uttarakhand natural hazards, and there is a need to talk with the student about the climate change globally. We share our human responsibility too. Nowadays, at last, the value-based environment, are we able to give this environment to the student? I think we are teaching them about the artificial intelligence, but now think, are we giving them the value-based education? I think not. So what we can do according to the Radhakrishnan, we can present ourselves as a model of peace and the respect so that they can learn from our behavior too. Most importantly, we should teach a student about the conflict resolution by the mindfulness programs, yogas, and new, but it is good by the realization sessions. If the student will realize their mistakes, and only then he will able to solve their problems peacefully. After them, the storytelling is the best method to motivate the student to implement the moral values in the student, which I also use in the classrooms. One of the incident I want to share with you, I usually teach the student the story. There were a competition between number one 0 to 9, and in that competition there was a very simple rules. Bigger number has to slap the smaller one, and the competition begins. And now proudly slapped 8. Then 8 proudly slapped 7. The chain continued till the number 2, and 2 slapped 1. One was very sad, but it was happy too. There was 0 also, but he take the pause and thought, I will change this tradition, and it hold the hand of 0 and put it beside it, and it become the 10. By this way, it increase its value, and it hold the hand of the smaller one which have another qualities and become 10 and increase its value. I think by this type of the stories we can implement the brotherhood and the peace in the society. Thank you very much.
Kamla ma'am, that was really a wonderful story. I have heard it for the very first time, and it is really touching, and it is बिल्कुल perspective change करने वाली story है.
Actually, the time was limited. That's why I sought that story in the story form. I teach in story that in the classrooms. It is very effective. It make the big
Very
impact
nice,
on the
ma'am.
student.
Beautiful story, ma'am, and you have very well said. बच्चों में empathy, kindness, peace, ये values inculcate करना बहुत जरूरी है. हम बच्चों को कोडिंग सिखा रहे हैं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस सिखा रहे हैं, बट रियल इंटेलिजेंस हम भूल गए हैं. And the real intelligence is not getting full marks, or the real intelligence comes कि अगर कोई व्यक्ति परेशानी में है तो मैं उसका कैसे साथ दूं. That is the real intelligence as per our हमारे तो पूरा इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम इसी इंटेलिजेंस पे बना हुआ है. So thank you so much, Kamla ma'am, for such wonderful session, and I am going to always keep your story here. Wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Let's welcome our next speaker, fourth speaker, Ms. Rakhi Gibrani. And she's going to speak on integration of science and spirituality in education. Very powerful topic. Rakhi ma'am is an award-winning educator. She has done her MSc in computer science, B.Ed, M.Ed, and have more than 25 years of enriching education experience in education field. And she has worked as a principal for 6 years. She has been a visionary leader, encouraging innovation, mentoring, winning student projects, and promoting global exposures. She pioneered the flipped classroom model and inspired entrepreneurship among students. Her efforts have truly transformed education into an empowering journey. So let us all welcome Rakhi ma'am on screen. Welcome, Rakhi ma'am.
Yes. Yes, Rakhi ma'am, please start. You're on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Some technical problem. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, very good evening to all of you. Happy Teachers' Day. And Teachers' Day is not only to us, but everyone in the room. In this room is an educator, and we can learn many things from all of us. So, my today's topic is how spirituality it can be integrated into education. So the first, very most important thing here, I would like to draw your attention that social and emotional learning is nowadays more important than artificial intelligence, because a research says that a student is impacted the most by the compassion of a teacher. If a teacher is compassionate and teaches with empathy and love in the class, every learner has a chance of improvement. Every learner can become the best version of his or herself. So education must be a balance. Yes. Is there any problem?
No, no problem. Please carry on.
Okay. So the aim of education must be to develop the intellect and the a very well ethical person. In my school, I practiced about very
Just a minute,
important
ma'am.
concepts.
Just a minute. Excuse me. I would request our audience to please be on mute. Please be on mute. I request our audience for the smooth flow of the program. Thank you. Please, Rakhi ma'am, carry on. Thank you.
So I just talk about one very important concept which we enforce. It is our vision of our school, that is Sushikshit, Susanskrit, Susaksha. So now here I would like to focus that as a teacher, as an education, what we have to enforce is what we are going to do with our education. So शिक्षित, if we talk about शिक्षित, so राम जी भी शिक्षित थे और रावण भी शिक्षित था, दोनों पंडित थे, दोनों ही ज्ञानी थे, मगर उन्होंने कैसे अपनी नॉलेज को यूज करा, उसका पर्पस क्या था, क्या वो सेल्फ अपलिफ्टमेंट और सोशल अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए काम किया गया था, उसने ही डिफरेंस क्रिएट करा, उसी ने हिस्ट्री बनाई. इसी तरीके से सुशिक्षित, आज हम बच्चों को आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस से सिखा रहे हैं. और अभी रिसेंटली आपने एक न्यूज सुना होगा, एक बच्चे ने चैट जीटीपी से बात करी अंदर दैट ही इज डिप्रेस्ड और उसको बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, चैलेंजेस हैं, और चैट जीटीपी ने ही उस बच्चे को एक सुसाइड नोट ड्राफ्ट करके दिया और उसको स्टेप्स बताए कि वो कैसे बच्चा सुसाइड कर सकता है. तो क्या हम अपनी सोसाइटी को आज किस तरफ ले जाना चाह रहे हैं, ये एजुकेशन का एक बहुत बड़ा पॉइंट है और हमें एज एजुकेशन हम बहुत ध्यान दे रहे हैं इस पे, जिसमें से टीचर्स के लिए SEL, सोशल इमोशनल लर्निंग, This is something as a leader, as a school principal, I pay a lot of emphasis on this. Because आज का जो बच्चा है वो AI जनरेशन में आने वाला बच्चा है जिसके लिए knowledge is free. At the same time, knowledge is not important. The importance is how you are going to create a difference using that knowledge. So that is, अभी recently आपने कई terms सुने होंगे, STEM और STAM. In STEM, we have included A, arts. So it is very important for all of us. Spirituality जैसे आपने नाम लिया, what is spirituality? Spirituality is how we can focus on few positive things for a longer time. Let's say if I believe in being humble. So am I humble only in the positive situations? Or I am also humble when there is some negative situation. Okay, now let's talk about empathy. Let's say I have empathy towards my peer group. I'm helping them to learn. I'm helping them with lunch box if they are not getting. I'm sharing my fruit with them. But at the same time, let us assume that one of our peer is into wrong habits like drug addiction or taking anything which is not good. So should a child be empathetic at that point of time? So the answer is no. The child here is not empathetic. So empathetic is not always being soft, understanding, helping others, but it is also to help them for the better cause, for a bigger cause and making them big. And yes, I would like to end up with this, that as a school education, as a teachers, as a principal, it is a time when we actually have to be a transformer in the class, because there have been various incidences, line by line, attack on the school principal, attack of a child to the senior child in the same school. So it is a awakening call for all of us to get up and understand that teaching concept is now number 2. Number 1 is making our students susaksham, susanskrit, susanskar. Thank you so much. Good evening.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम, वेरी नाइसली सेड. आपके 3 पॉइंट बहुत अच्छे हैं, सुशिक्षित, सुसंस्कृत एंड सुसक्षम. डेफिनेटली आजकल की सिचुएशन को देखते हुए ये 3 क्वालिटीज इनकलकेट करनी बहुत जरूरी है. एंड ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी को अगर मैं अपनी बुद्धि से सम अप करना चाहूँ तो ज्ञान सबके पास है, लेकिन उस ज्ञान का विवेकपूर्ण इस्तेमाल करना, ये हम अपने संस्कारों से, अपने पुराने जो साहित्य हैं, शास्त्र हैं, उनसे सीख सकते हैं. जैसा आपने राम और रावण का बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे लिया. दोनों ज्ञानी थे, लेकिन राम ने अपने ज्ञान का विवेकपूर्ण इस्तेमाल किया और रावण ने अपने ज्ञान का अहंकार पूर्वक इस्तेमाल किया. सो थैंक यू सो मच राखी मैम फॉर सच अ वंडरफुल टॉक. लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड टू आवर नेक्स्ट स्पीकर, 5th speaker, Mr. Gaurav Chandra from New Veer Sheba Public School, Pithoragarh, Uttarakhand. And the topic he's going to speak on is education for self-realization and happiness. Gaurav sir has done MA, DIET, B.Ed, and he teaches English, literature and grammar to class 9th and 10th. And he has more than 5 years of education experience. सर का मानना है कि टीचर में 4 गुण जरूर होने चाहिए: चाइल्ड सेंट्रिक अप्रोच, moral character, patience, and inspirations. So let's welcome Gaurav sir on screen.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy Teachers Day to all present here. I'm privileged to be a part of this wonderful program. And today I'll be speaking on the topic education for self-realization and happiness. शिक्षा का उद्देश्य केवल जीविका कमाना नहीं है, बल्कि जीवन को महान बनाना है. With these beautiful words by Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, I would like to start my topic. According to him, the aim of education is not just to fill our minds with facts, but to help us realize our true self. Education should guide us and lead us towards truth, wisdom, and happiness. He believed that true education must build character and not only provide degrees. A person who is honest, disciplined, and compassionate is far more successful in life than one who has only knowledge. Dr. Radhakrishnan also said that education should balance spiritual values with practical skills. He wanted schools to promote tolerance, brotherhood, and respect for all religions. He said, teachers are not just instructors, but guides who inspire us to live meaningful lives. We can implement the above things in daily lives told by Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan in the following ways. First is character building. It is one of the most important part in today's world, in today's life. Next is tolerance and brotherhood, like schools celebrating cultural days where all traditions are honored. Like our school is having kids from different cultures, caste, religion. So we celebrate the days of each so that no differentiation among kids is being observed. Next one is teacher as an inspirer. In a school, we organize many science projects where students experiment instead of just memorizing facts or just by passing the time by rote learning. Next one is freedom and creativity, like students creating eco-friendly models, that is the need of an hour, instead of just writing theories. Next one is handling criticism. This is one of the most important point, I think. A student, one of the student in my class, he accepted my feedback on his writing. He used to write very badly, and the presentation of his was not up to the mark. But he took it as a positive note, and he started to work on it, and is doing fine nowadays. Next one is helping others. Helping others is also one of the important trait in someone's life. Like a child feels inner satisfaction after helping a classmate with homework, as being told by my side that helping others gives the feeling of happiness and self-satisfaction. Next one is managing time. So this is one of the true incident, one of the true event that happened to me once in a PTM. One parent came to me, and today, many of the students they are facing, many of the parents they are facing similar problem, that his ward is using a lot of time in mobile phones. And I made him understand that excess of anything is very harmful. He realized that wasting hours on mobile games affects studies and made timetable after that and is performing better. And the next one is balancing success and failure. So being a language teacher, I organize many competitions in classroom. The one of them is debate competition. And I made the losing team understand that losing is not about end. Winning and losing, they are the part of a game. And, they took it as a motivation, and they implement and they perform well at the next time whenever they participate in their programs. So next one is the important thing, what we learn from the students. That is also the need of the hour, right? Being a teacher, we make students learn many things, but to learn from the students is also the need of the hour. First one is we learn innocent and happiness, right? Honesty from the students, right? We observe students that how happiness comes from being genuine and simple. Next one is curiosity and wonder. Their natural curiosity teaches that self-realization begins with asking questions. Next one is joy in small things that we are missing nowadays, that we are finding joys in materialistic things and many other big things. So joy in small things, that is, children remind us that happiness is not in big achievements, but in small moments like playing, sharing, laughter, and many other things. Okay, to conclude my topic, I would just like to say that सा विद्या या विमुक्त है, अर्थात वही विद्या सही है जो हमें अज्ञान से मुक्त कर आत्मज्ञान और शांति की ओर ले जाए. Thank you. Happy Teachers Day. Good evening.
Thank you, Gaurav sir. Thank you so much for a wonderful talk. And yes, it is very important to include activities that you have mentioned, cultural activities, debate, apart from the curriculum that we are teaching in the school. Very well explained. So I tell you one small thing. Happy Teachers Day. Today morning, my daughter woke up and she said, Happy Teachers Day, Mummy. Happy Teachers Day to you too. बोलती मैं क्यों, मैं तो स्टूडेंट हूँ. मैंने कहा नहीं बेटा, I learn a lot of things from you. You are my teacher and I'm your teacher. हो गया. So she was very happy. So definitely
Yes.
this is the truth that we learn a lot from kids. Thank you, Gaurav sir. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. Let's move forward to our sixth speaker of the day. And I would humbly request to all the speakers that kindly abide by the time. We have to conclude the session within the time limits. Thank you. So let's welcome our sixth speaker, Ms. Kuljeet Kaur from Dayanand Model Senior Secondary School, Jalandhar, Punjab. The topic is teacher-student relationship, from authority to mentor. Ma'am has done MA in English and BEd with 17 years of teaching experience, including 6 years in Dubai. She has also been recognized for leadership and organizing workshops. So let's welcome Kuljeet ma'am on screen.
Thank you very much, Tom. So good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to connect with you all the pearls of wisdom in this online session. Well, today's topic touches every one of us. Teacher-student relationship from authority to mentor. The core idea is very simple yet powerful, that mutual respect and trust are the real foundations of learning, right? So before we dive in, just take a moment and think about this. Who is, as a child, as a student, who is that one teacher or mentor who really made a difference in your life? And as a teacher, which student taught you something unforgettable? So just keep that thought with you as we go ahead. Why mentorship works better today? See, in the past, classrooms often worked like this, like, teachers giving instructions and students followed silently. Discipline was there, no doubt, but something was missing, a deeper human connection, And today's world needs more than authority. When teachers become mentors, learning turns into a partnership. Students feel safe to ask questions and share their struggles. Teachers understand students beyond textbooks and exams. And research also shows that trust and respect improve performance and emotional well-being. Now, if we talk about open door policy, let me share an example that works both offline and online. A teacher I know had an open door policy. Students could approach her anytime, even virtually, for academic or personal guidance. One student, overwhelmed with stress at home, shared her fears. Feeling heard and supported, she slowly gained confidence and improved her studies. This shows that when there is, trust, the classroom, whether it is physical or virtual, becomes a very safe place, a space for growth. In my own class, I had a student who was very shy and she kept failing in various subjects. So instead of scolding her, I asked what was bothering her. And she confessed her home stress. Her mother was not keeping well and she had to do all the house chores and then come to school. She was not getting enough time to study. We began with small after-class chats, encouragement, and patient listening. I spoke to her father as well and shared the concern and told him all these things. And by the end of the term, she not only improved academically, but also began helping her peers. So there was a drastic change. That change, so you see, this did not come out of fear. It came from empathy and respect. So one of the greatest lessons my students have taught me is this, that listening without judgment is more powerful than any lecture. When teachers respect students' voices, students open their minds, and that's when true learning happens. So teachers, let's nurture relationships built on trust, respect, and mentorship. Authority may control, but mentorship, it transforms. And as you reflect on the question I asked earlier, who influenced you the most? Being a teacher who was authoritative, or the one who was, telling you, was listening to you? So just remember, our open hearts and open minds make the biggest difference. As Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan reminded us, a teacher's role is not to impose authority, but to inspire, guide, and awaken the best within our students. So this vision truly captures the shift from authority to mentor. Thank you.
थैंक यू कुलजीत मैम, थैंक यू सो मच। म्यूचुअल रिस्पेक्ट की आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की। ये आजकल के टाइम के बच्चों के साथ तो बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हो गया इस तरीके से डील करना। नहीं तो हमें तो याद है कुलजीत मैम, शंटी हुआ करती थी और जिसको पढ़नी होती थी मैडम उसी से तुड़वाती थी कि बेटा बाहर से नीम की शंटी तोड़ के लाओ। तो
Correct, correct.
we are brought up in such kind of environment, but seriously we have very much respect for those teachers जिनसे शंटियां खाई हैं हमने। but yes, आज का टाइम बिल्कुल बदल चुका है, drastic change in the time, and we have to deal with the children accordingly. Thank you so much ma'am, Kuljit ma'am, for sharing your thoughts with us. uh, Now I would like to call our seventh speaker, Mr. Salil Garg from Innovative Global School, Batinda, Punjab. And his topic is relevance of value-based education in this digital era. Sir is a counselor with degree of BTech, MBA, MSc Psychology, over 6 years of experience. So let's welcome Salil sir on the screen.
Very good evening, everyone, and happy Teachers' Day.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Radhakrishnan emphasized that the primary goal of education is character formation. To build the right character, incorporating the principles of love, truth, and goodness are very important. Education is not about filling our minds with information. It is about building the character with wisdom, empathy, and compassion. This message is even more important in today's world where every second of ours is connected with technology. You know, friends, technology help us to provide information, knowledge, but it lacks giving us wisdom. Mobiles connect us with each other, but it don't connect our hearts. You know, as we get a lot of choices with the help of technology, but the values to make the right choice is missing. In today's world, if we talk about children, at very young age, they're exposed to technology like anything. They have their mobiles, tabs, smart TVs with them, and plethora of information is available with them. So it is very important to teach them that they should understand themselves what is right and what is wrong, because every time we would not be at their back telling them, "Beta, this is right, this is wrong." So we have to make them wise enough to understand what is good for them. As one of the speaker was talking about, that there is a lot of information which is available online, and it is more important to use that information in the constructive way. So there is a lot of gap. I always say that it is very important to fill that wisdom gap. We have a lot of information which is getting in, but the gap is that we don't know how constructively we can utilize this information. So we as educators today have a greater role to guide our students, our children, that, how the value education can help them to bridge this gap. Value education helps to enhance our emotional intelligence. It builds the traits like we all talked about. We talked about empathy, we talked about compassion, we talked about resilience. Resilience is very important because today most of the relations are online. We are also meeting online. So our relations are online. So resilience play a very important role to cope up with the digital era challenges. It develops critical thinking. See, it is very important. आज की डेट में मैक्सिमम न्यूज हमें कहाँ से मिलता है? We get it, पहले न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते थे, अब वो चला गया है. We get it from WhatsApp. And do we critically think over the WhatsApp message that we receive, or we just forward it? Oh, क्या बात, ये न्यूज आई है, चलो इसको भेज देते हैं हम इस ग्रुप में. That is wrong. It is very important to critically think over what we have received, from which source we have received, and whether it is true or the false, and then we should think of forwarding or sending it to anybody. value education promotes holistic development. So, going beyond academics, value education helps students to have a complete all-rounded development so that he can contribute positively to the society. I would like to share one instance where I was having the discussion with my peers where we were talking on value education. We talked a lot, then we thought कि कैसे इसको practice करना है school में. तो one of the teachers said कि सर पहले इतना syllabus है वही पूरा नहीं होता, उसके बाद एग्जाम्स भी लेने हैं, तो हम ये value education के लिए टाइम कहाँ से निकालें? So it is very important to understand that value education is not a separate topic. Education without values is meaningless. So we have to first imbibe values in our blood, and then we have to ensure that each and every curriculum, whatever topic we are teaching, that should be linked with one or two values that we have to teach them in an integrated way. CBSE has an excellent value education kit available online. So I would request everyone, if somebody has seen it or got it, to definitely go through it. It is an excellent art which helps us and tells us how we can integrate our complete courseware, whether it is we are teaching science, mathematics, or whatever subject we are teaching, we can link everything with values. So one more point I would like to add, we can definitely have CCA periods, we can have role plays and other things have been already touched about storytelling on values and everything. I would like to conclude that value-based education is not a luxury, it is necessity in the digital age. It ensures children to become ethical, empathetic, and responsible individuals who can navigate technology wisely and contribute to healthier and more compassionate world. So we teachers, mentors have a greater role to play. So all the best, good luck, and happy Teachers Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Salil sir. Thank you so much. And very well said. Information बहुत सारी है. उस information को filter करने का जो काम है वो हमारे teachers को करना है, बहुत जिम्मेदारी से करना है और बहुत बड़ा काम है ये, बहुत बड़ा काम है ये. Thank you, sir, for sharing your thoughts. Let's move forward to our 8th speaker for the day, Mr. Manoj Kumar Pandey from Sacred Heart School, Kodarma, Jharkhand. And the topic is Teacher as a Lifelong Learner. Manoj sir has done his MA in Hindi and B.Ed, and he has having more than 20 years of experience. He has been felicitated by Rotary Club of Kodarma organization. So let's welcome Manoj sir on screen.
शिक्षक दिवस की आप तमाम शिक्षाविदों को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। दुनिया में दो तरह के लोग जन्म लेते हैं, एक इतिहास पढ़ने के लिए और दूसरा इतिहास की रचना करने के लिए। सर्वपल्ली डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन उन लोगों में से थे जिनका जन्म इतिहास पढ़ने के लिए नहीं बल्कि नए इतिहास की रचना करने के लिए हुआ था। देश के ऐसे महान विभूति को मैं नमन करते हुए अपने बातों को आगे बढ़ाता हूँ। दुनिया ने आज कुछ अजीब सा परोसा है, बच्चों को गुरु से ज्यादा गूगल पर भरोसा है।
वाह, क्या बात है सर।
बदलते शैक्षणिक और तकनीकी परिवेश में बच्चों के विश्वास को जीतने के लिए शिक्षक का लॉन्ग लाइफ लर्नर बहुत जरूरी है। वैसे बच्चों का विश्वास जीतने वाला गूगल भी स्वयं को समय समय पर अपडेट करता रहता है, इसलिए अगर बच्चों का भरोसा जीतना है तो हमें भी समय के साथ साथ खुद को अपडेट करते रहना पड़ेगा। इसके लिए एक शिक्षक को आजीवन छात्र के रूप में रहकर कुछ नई नई चीजों को सीखने का प्रयास करना चाहिए। शिक्षक राष्ट्र निर्माता है। बच्चे यदि देश के भविष्य हैं तो शिक्षक राष्ट्र निर्माता है। जब शिक्षक सक्षम नहीं होंगे तो देश के मजबूत भविष्य की नींव खड़ी नहीं की जा सकती है। अब जमाना पहले वाला नहीं रहा। पहले चौक एंड टॉक का जमाना था। शिक्षक क्लासरूम में जाते थे, चौक पकड़ते थे, ब्लैक बोर्ड पर कुछ लिखते थे और शुरू हो जाते थे। किंतु अब क्लासरूम में ब्लैक बोर्ड की जगह स्मार्ट बोर्ड लग गए हैं और उस स्मार्ट बोर्ड को ऑपरेट करने के लिए शिक्षक को भी स्मार्ट बनना पड़ेगा। इसके लिए सीखने की सतत प्रवृत्ति शिक्षकों को अपने अंदर जगानी पड़ेगी। शिक्षकों को रीलर्न करना चाहिए, क्योंकि शिक्षकों को पहले से बहुत सारी बातें पता होती है, कैसे पढ़ाना है, विषय क्या है, कैसे उसको रिप्रेजेंट करना है, सारी बातें पता होती है, लेकिन कई बार जानी हुई चीजों को भी नए तरीके से प्रस्तुत करने की चुनौती हम शिक्षकों के सामने आती है। मैं एक छोटा उदाहरण देना चाहता हूँ। जैसे एक लड़की है, उसे लौकी की सब्जी बनाना आता है, उसने अपने मायके में कई बार लौकी की सब्जी बनाई है, किंतु ब्याह कर जब वो ससुराल जाती है तो ससुराल वाले कहते हैं कि बेटा लौकी की सब्जी बना। लड़की चूंकि पहले अपने मायके में कई बार लौकी की सब्जी बना चुकी होती है, इसलिए वह बना लेती है, लेकिन खाने के बाद ससुराल वाले कहते हैं कि बेटा हमारे यहाँ लौकी की सब्जी ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे बनाई जाती है। अब उस लड़की ने जो कुछ मायके में सीखा था, उसको फिर से नए सिरे से सीखने की चुनौती उसके सामने आती है। सेम थिंग इज हियर। शिक्षकों के साथ भी कई बार ऐसी चुनौतियां आती हैं। इसलिए अगर पुरानी चीजों को नए तरीके से जब तक हम नहीं परोसेंगे, बच्चों का भरोसा नहीं जीत पाएंगे। सर्वपल्ली डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन सर का एक जो दर्शन था उस चरित्र निर्माण का, वो आज के परिप्रेक्ष्य में बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। आज क्लासरूम में जब हम बच्चों से पूछते हैं कि बेटा आपके जीवन का लक्ष्य क्या है, तो टका से जवाब आता है सर डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, IAS, IPS, CA, CS। किसी भी बच्चे का जवाब नहीं आता है कि सर मैं पढ़ लिख कर देश का एक कुशल नागरिक बनना चाहता हूँ। आज देश में बहुत सारे डॉक्टर इंजीनियर हैं, लेकिन कुशल नागरिक की आवश्यकता है, चरित्रवान नागरिक की आवश्यकता है। मैं अपने झारखंड की बात करूं तो हमारे झारखंड में एक ऐसे IAS हैं जिन्होंने झारखंड की राजधानी रांची में जेल का उद्घाटन किया था, और जिस जेल का उद्घाटन किया उसी में बंद भी हैं। तो देश में डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, IAS, IPS बहुत सारे हैं, पर चरित्र नहीं है। चरित्र को लेकर स्वामी विवेकानंद की एक जो कथा है, जो जानकारी मेरी है, वो शेयर करना चाहता हूँ। एक बार वो किसी कार्यक्रम में शामिल होने के लिए अमेरिका गए थे। जब कार्यक्रम समाप्त करने के बाद वो बाहर निकले तो एक अमेरिकी लेडी ने उनको प्रपोज कर दिया कि क्या आप मुझसे शादी करेंगे। स्वामी जी ने कहा क्या अमेरिका में लड़के नहीं है क्या? उन्होंने कहा अमेरिका में लड़के तो हैं। तो कहा फिर आप मुझसे शादी क्यों करना चाहती हैं? उन्होंने कहा कि मैं सुंदर हूँ, आप बुद्धिमान हैं, हमारा बच्चा पूरी अमेरिका पर राज करेगा। उन्होंने कहा अच्छा, आप पुत्र प्राप्ति के लिए विवाह करना चाहती हैं, तो इसके लिए शादी करने की क्या आवश्यकता है, अब मुझे अपना पुत्र मान लीजिए। यह है चरित्र निर्माण की बात। अगर शिक्षकों ने विवेकानंद को केवल शिक्षा दी होती, उनका चरित्र निर्माण नहीं किया होता, तो शायद वो भारत के नहीं आज अमेरिका के नागरिक होते। धन्यवाद। इन्हीं बातों के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
बहुत अच्छे सर, बहुत अच्छे।
बहुत 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 धन्यवाद मनोज सर।
बहुत
इतनी
अच्छे सर।
और सरल भाषा में आपने अपने विचारों को व्यक्त किया कि टाइम बहुत कम लग रहा था, कि थोड़ा और टाइम अगर मिल जाता तो आपको सुनने का सौभाग्य और प्राप्त होता। बहुत अच्छी बात करी सर आपने कि गुरु से ज्यादा आजकल बच्चों को गूगल पे भरोसा है। बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, यही हाल है सर। और शिक्षकों के ऊपर तो बहुत मोटी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, बहुत मोटी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। और बिल्कुल सही बात है, डॉक्टर राधा कृष्णन इतिहास पढ़ने के लिए नहीं, इतिहास रचने के लिए पैदा हुए थे। इसीलिए भारत के पहले वाइस प्रेसिडेंट और भारत के दूसरे प्रेसिडेंट के तौर पे उन्होंने काम किया। जबरदस्त बात करी सर आपने, मजा आ गया, आनंद आ गया पूरी ऑडियंस को। धन्यवाद। तो हमारे सारे 8 स्पीकर, 8 टॉपिक्स हो चुके हैं। नाउ वी हैव वेरी एक्साइटिंग news for all of you, all the audience who are connected with us. So जैसा कि हम सब जानते हैं, हर साल 5 सितंबर को नेशनल टीचर्स अवार्ड दिए जाते हैं. It was conferred by the President of India to celebrate the unique contribution of some of the finest teacher in India. जो बहुत बेहतरीन टीचर हैं उनको सम्मानित किया जाता है. और उनके कमिटमेंट के लिए, उनके इनोवेशन के लिए, उनके डेडिकेशन के लिए। और जो अवॉर्डीज होते हैं, दे आर ऑनर्ड विद अ मेडल, अ सर्टिफिकेट एंड अ कैश प्राइज ऑफ 50,000 rupees. It is the most prestigious teachers award in India. So we are so fortunate today to have two national award winners with us today. So first, I would like to call Shri ML Agrawal ji, जिन्होंने 2013 में बाय द प्रेसिडेंट इस अवार्ड को रिसीव किया था। अग्रवाल सर 39 इयर्स से ज्यादा का एक्सपीरियंस अपने साथ रखते हैं। इन्होंने केंद्रीय विद्यालय में 16 साल एज अ प्रिंसिपल काम किया, and he was a mathematics teacher, honored with National Teachers Award in 2013 by President of India, and he has also received many national and regional awards. So I would request our audience to welcome Mr. ML Agrawal. जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत कीजिए। एंड सर, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि चंद शब्दों में जितने भी ऑडियंस हैं, जो भी हमारी ऑडियंस हमें यूट्यूब पे सुन रही है, उनके लिए कुछ Can we
बहुत
have
अच्छे जी, बहुत
Agrawal on screen?
Good evening, everybody.
Good
This
evening,
is
sir.
really a proud privilege for me to be a part of this program. Actually, what I wanted to convey, most of the points has already been conveyed by other teachers. So I will emphasize only one or two points here. One of our speaker, I think Kamla Pal, madam, she has already said that each child is different and pace of learning of each child is also different. So in such a diversified class, you have to understand each and every child, his background, his pace of learning. Only then you can convey your message. Because from 1986, National Policy of Education already told that we have already shifted from teaching to learning. If we said we are teaching, it is of no use if each and every child understands. And for this, every teacher has to develop a faith among his children. If he can develop a faith and the student has a faith on his teacher, then definitely he will be in reception mode in the classroom, and definitely he can convey and the children can receive the message by the children. Actually, in a long journey of my education, I came to know or came to across in different areas, including Jammu and Kashmir, towards Pakistan border, or to the end that is Delhi. So I want to share only one or two instances so that we can understand how we have to understand a child and its background. Only you can convey the clear message to the child. I am giving one example or one instances. During my posting as a principal in a remote area, one of the teacher came to me that one of the child of his classroom. I am audible to everybody or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You are
yes.
very much audible, sir.
Thank you. I am giving an instances. Once, how to actually I am trying to convey that how to understand our student and his background. Only then you can convey your message. So there is one example. During my tenure as principal in remote area of the country, one of the teacher came to me and said, "Sir, एक बच्चा है जो जब भी कभी लड़ाई होती है तो किसी के भी बाल पकड़ के दीवार से मारता है. Shall we suspend that child because no parent is coming, neither mother or father?" I thought, I asked the teacher, called his parent. Anyhow, if he is not coming, send somebody with a vehicle or transport so that we can discuss with the parent. Anyhow, we could.
50 सिकंदराबाद बुलंदशहर के वार्ड नंबर 23 से भावी प्रत्याशी लोकेश यादव ने क्षेत्र का भ्रमण किया.
Hello.
जी sir.
Anyhow, we called the parent and he came to me. I asked just one question. क्या आप के पति पत्नी के बीच में रिलेशन ठीक है? उसने कहा ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम. क्या आप दोनों के बीच में झगड़ा होता है? उसने कहा नहीं. मैंने कहा क्या आप अपनी वाइफ के बाल पकड़ के दीवार से कभी मारे हैं आपने? नो आंसर.
बहुत गलत बात है सर.
और actually now we can understand the child is getting the live demonstration at his home, and the same thing is learning. I can say that the child is a good learner, but the atmosphere he could get is not favorable to him. So the demonstration he has seen at his home was the only reason of his behavior. So definitely, if we are going to understand a child, if we are teaching a child in the classroom, we have to understand his background. Once coming interview to a child in my chamber, I asked the child, "What is your name?" The child answered, "You fool, you stupid, don't ask me a question." This was a reply of a child. The father was a major in the army, and his mother was a doctor. But this was the response of the child. Mother immediately said to her husband, that I already told you not to repeat this type of words in front of the child. So clearly the message is the same, that the child is a good learner. Whether we are giving a atmosphere of learning, so we can say the background of a child also works while the child is learning. And our teacher has the dual responsibility. The teacher has to make a balance, because everything is available on the tips. Because today's is the time of AI, science and technology. So everything and every knowledge is available on the tips of the child, but the teacher has to make a balance. He has to teach spirituality, love, affection, wisdom, everything. And this can be done only by a role model of a teacher. So the role model or the teacher is a torch bearer to children. So the character and the behavior and the love and affection with a student can only bring the changes among the children and in the nation. I am really thankful to giving me this opportunity to share my views. I am thankful to Lieutenant Colonel Pradeep Khare, who has invited me and giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.
थैंक यू सो मच अग्रवाल सर. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपके विचार सुन के, एंड हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आपने हमें मौका दिया कि हम आपको सुन पाए. बहुत 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 धन्यवाद सर आपका.
थैंक यू.
Now I would request our next awardee, Dr. Ram Narayan Mishra ji, a distinguished Sanskrit scholar and teacher at Kendriya Vidyalaya, Bhopal. He has dedicated decades of nurturing young minds, recipient of National Teacher Award in 2009 and many prestigious awards. As I can see the back wall, the showcase sir ke piche, and it tells the entire story, sir. It tells the entire story. We are so fortunate to have you, sir Mishra, sir. कुछ शब्दों में अपनी बात हम तक पहुंचाइए, सर. We are eager to hear from you.
मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वंदे परमानंद माधवम. परम सम्माननीय मेजर साहब और हमारे आज इस लिंक में जुड़े हुए सभी शिक्षक वृंद, आज सर्वपल्ली राधाकृष्णन जी के उपलक्ष्य में, शिक्षक दिवस के उपलक्ष्य में आप सभी शिक्षक वृंद को बारंबार बहुत बहुत बधाई, मंगल कामनाएं. और उसी कामना के साथ ये भी कामना कि जैसे भगवत कृपा से और हमको पुरस्कार प्राप्त हुआ, कम से कम जितने लोग जुड़े हैं वो सब पुरस्कार प्राप्त करके अगली बार हमको बतलावें कि आपके बतलाने से हमको ये लाभ हुआ. मैं आपको बतलाना चाहता हूँ, मैं संस्कृत शिक्षक था. प्रारंभ में अगर 2 मिनट में ही अपनी सब स्टोरी बताऊं मैं, कि अभी मैं सब शिक्षकों को जो सुना तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सभी शिक्षक योग्य हैं, पात्र हैं, और आज भारतवर्ष में 90% शिक्षक ईमानदारी से कार्य कर रहे हैं. 10-5% सब जगह अपवाद होते हैं. तो 90% को राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार मिलना संभव नहीं होता, वो कुछ लोगों को मिलता है. तो उस कुछ लोगों में आने के लिए हमको क्या करना चाहिए? यद्यपि मैं बहुत गरीब परिवार से पला, भोजन तक के लाले पड़ते थे. संस्कृत पढ़ने गए, वहाँ भोजन प्रसाद की व्यवस्था हुई. संस्कृत के माध्यम से ही हम अपनी डिग्री आगे बढ़ाए. इसके पश्चात पहले उल्टी स्थिति बनी. पहले संस्कृत कॉलेज में मैं प्रिंसिपल था, प्राइवेट. उसके बाद संस्कृत कॉलेज में प्राध्यापक बने और अंत में केंद्रीय विद्यालय में शिक्षक बने. तो लोगों का प्रमोशन होता है, हमारा डिमोशन होता गया पद से, किंतु पैसे से बढ़ोतरी होती गई. हम जहाँ भी रहे, जो भी रहे, तो अपने विषय को और अपने कर्तव्य को संस्कृत पढ़ने के नाते समझें अथवा माता पिता के संस्कार के नाते उसको बहुत महत्व दिए. हमको इंग्लिश भी नहीं आती थी, कंप्यूटर भी नहीं आता था, किंतु संस्कृत आती थी और संस्कृत का जो हम कर सकते थे संप्रेषण, उसका अधिक से अधिक प्रयास किया. अब मैं बतलाना ये चाहता हूँ कि सबको अपने अपने सब्जेक्ट का ज्ञान रहता है और सब ईमानदारी से बहुत अच्छा कार्य करते हैं, किंतु कुछ ऐसे कार्य होते हैं जिनको करते तो हैं किंतु उनको खुद पता नहीं चलता कि हमने कुछ किया. राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार जो मिलता है तो केवल पढ़ने पढ़ाने से नहीं मिलता, हमारी अन्यान्य गतिविधियों को भी दिखाता है. जैसे कि हमारा कई वर्षों तक लगातार 100% रिजल्ट रहे, क्वालिटी भी अच्छी रहे, ये ध्यान दिया जाता है. दूसरा, हम पढ़ाने की हमारी कला क्या है, ये तो ठीक है, वो कला को देखने कोई बाहरी आदमी नहीं आता. हमारे जो प्रिंसिपल होते हैं उनके द्वारा वो सूचना आगे जाती है. फिर हमारा ACR, हम साल भर जो कर्तव्य करते हैं उस कर्तव्य के आधार पर हमारा अध्यापन, हमारी कार्य प्रणाली, हमारी दूसरी अन्य जो जवाबदारियां हैं उनको हम कैसे निर्वहन किए, इस सब के आधार पर ACR लिखा जाता है. कोशिश करनी चाहिए कि हम शिक्षक हैं, और शिक्षक तो जब दूसरों को उपदेश देते हैं, शिक्षक होते हैं 5 प्रकार के. 1 सेकंड में हम बता दें. पहले होते थे गुरु. गुरु का मतलब जो अंधकार रूपी अज्ञान से और प्रकाश रूपी आध्यात्म के द्वारा परमात्मा तक जोड़े, वो गुरु होता था. आज गुरु एक काद कहीं होंगे, गुरु की आवश्यकता स्कूलों में नहीं होती. फिर होते थे आचार्य, जो अपने आचरण के द्वारा जो भी शिक्षा, सत्यम वद, तो पहले अपने आचरण में उसको उतारते थे, उसके पश्चात बच्चे अपने आप उनसे देख के सीखते थे, तो आचार्य होते थे. अब आचार्य भी अगर ऐसे करेंगे तो इतना भारी ज्ञान है उसको दे नहीं सकते, केवल 2 वाक्य तो पढ़ाना नहीं है. फिर होते थे अध्यापक. अधिकम पठति तत्पश्चात पाठयति इति अध्यापक, जो अधिक पढ़े और फिर बच्चों को उसको संक्षिप्त रूप में संप्रेषित करे, वो अध्यापक होता था. फिर हुए शिक्षक, कि केवल शिक्षा देना है. शिक्षा मतलब हम जो जानते हैं, जो करें या न करें, हम अपने फॉलो करें या नहीं, किंतु शिक्षा देना है, वो शिक्षक. अब आ गए टीचर. टीचर जो एक कालखंड पढ़ावे और उसको अगर चुस्की चाय की मिल जाए तो निश्चित रूप से तुम्हारा अच्छे से पढ़ा सकता है. तो हमको आज की आवश्यकता है अध्यापक बनने की. अधिकम पठति तत्पश्चात पाठयति इति अध्यापक. अधिक पढ़े और उसके पश्चात वो पढ़ावे, तो बच्चों को अधिक लाभ होगा। दूसरी बात, हम कहना ये चाहते हैं कि हम अध्यापन के साथ साथ अध्यापन तो 6 घंटा स्कूल में रहते हैं भैया, इसका थोड़ा छोटा हो गया। अध्यापन के लिए हम 6 घंटे स्कूल में रहते हैं और 18 घंटे हम अपनी जिंदगी जीते हैं, तो 18 घंटे अधिक होते हैं, 6 घंटे कम होते हैं। तो मेरे कहने का तात्पर्य यह है कि हम 6 घंटे के अतिरिक्त जो अन्य कार्य करते हैं, अपने घर में करते हैं, अपने व्यक्तिगत बच्चों को करते हैं, पड़ोस में करते हैं, मोहल्ले में करते हैं, शिक्षक होने के नाते समाज के कुछ कार्य करते हैं, उन कार्यों को सरकार या राष्ट्रपति तक हमारे कौन पहुंचाएगा? हमको जो है प्रारंभ से ही जो हम ऐसे कार्य करते हैं और उसका जो प्रशंसा पत्र मिलता है, प्रशंसा मिलती है, समाज में हमारी ख्याति होती है, उन सबको हम एकत्रित करके एक फाइल बनाना चाहिए और उसमें सब एकत्रित करते जाना चाहिए। और जब हम सब एकत्रित करते जाएंगे तो एक समय ऐसा आएगा कि सामाजिक कार्य हमारे ये हैं, लौकिक कार्य ये हैं, पारिवारिक कार्य ये हैं और संस्कृति संबंधी कार्य ये हैं। अध्यापन के साथ साथ अध्यापन की जो अन्य कलाएं हैं, नई विधाएं हैं, उनके कार्य ये हैं। इन सब कलाओं के अलग अलग प्रोफाइल बना लें और रखें। जब वो एक फॉर्म भरा जाता है नेशनल पुरस्कार के लिए और उसके पश्चात होता है राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार। तो हम केंद्रीय विद्यालय संगठन में मैं था, तो हमारे यहाँ रीजनल, उसके बाद नेशनल, तत्पश्चात होता था राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार। तो फॉर्म में अपनी योग्यताओं को खुद प्रदर्शित करना पड़ता है। एक शिक्षक ऐसा होता है, इतनी अच्छी शिक्षा देता है, इतना ज्ञान रहता है और उसके बाद भी उसका नंबर वहाँ नहीं लगता, क्योंकि वो अपनी बात वहाँ रख नहीं पाता। आज का जमाना है कि हम अपनी बात को सामने प्रकट करें, प्रस्तुत करें कि हम ऐसा करते हैं। हमारे केंद्रीय विद्यालय में केवल 9वीं तक 8वीं तक संस्कृत थी, उसके बाद हम प्रयास करके नियमों को देखते हुए और अतिरिक्त समय देकर और 12वीं तक संस्कृत पढ़ाई। क्लास में हर बच्चा कलेक्टर नहीं बनता, हर बच्चा एसपी नहीं बनता, हर बच्चा जो है ब्रिगेडियर नहीं बनता। उसमें हर प्रकार के बच्चे अगर ना हो तो संसार का जो बैलेंस है वो बिगड़ जाएगा। तो हमको अध्ययन करना है कि ये बच्चे में क्या योग्यता है, ये किस दिशा में जा सकता है, ये बच्चा किस दिशा में जा सकता है, और उनकी योग्यताओं को परख कर उसके अनुसार उनको मार्गदर्शन करने की आवश्यकता है। आजकल तो शिक्षक शिक्षा दे ना भले, उनको जो है प्रोत्साहित करें, पढ़ने के लिए प्रोत्साहित कर देना ही सबसे बड़ी शिक्षा है। हम अपने विषय के प्रति, अपने ज्ञान के प्रति बच्चे में भावना जागृत कर दें कि ये बहुत अच्छा है और उसको पढ़ने से क्या हो सकता है। तो बच्चा पढ़ाएंगे हम 10%, बच्चा पढ़ेगा 90% और बच्चे अपनी योग्यता तक पहुंच सकता है। केवल पढ़ा लोड देना, कापियों में इतना लोड दे दें, इतना होमवर्क दे दें, रात दिन लड़का व्यस्त रहे बच्चा, तो उसका जो वास्तविक आंतरिक उसकी योग्यता है, उस योग्यता का सही दोहन वो नहीं कर पाता। उसकी आंतरिक योग्यता का दोहन तभी होगा जब वह बच्चा कुछ समय उसको प्राप्त होगा, और समय तभी प्राप्त होगा जब हम अध्ययन करके बच्चे की योग्यता को जानकर और उसको उस दिशा में निर्देशन दें और उसका महत्व समझाएं। आजकल टीवी में इतने प्रचार आते हैं जिस चीज का महत्व बिल्कुल कम है और उसका इतना ज्यादा प्रचार हो गया कि हम जो है उसी को खरीदना शुरू कर देते हैं। तो उसी प्रकार बच्चे को अपने विषय का इतना महत्व बढ़ा देना चाहिए कि बच्चे को लगे कि इसी विषय के आधार पर हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। और ये निश्चित बात है कि कोई भी एक दिशा हो, चाहे वो कला हो, चाहे संगीत हो, चाहे साहित्य हो, चाहे कोई भाषा हो, किसी भी दिशा के माध्यम से व्यक्ति अंतरंग ऊंचाइयों के द्वारा उच्च ऊंचाइयों को प्राप्त कर सकता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। इसलिए हम अगर उसको जो जिसमें एक कला है बच्चे में और कला करना जानता है, या वो संस्कृत पढ़ना जानता है, या उसकी मैथ अच्छी है, अब मैथ वाले को हम बोले तो मैथ छोड़ो संस्कृत पढ़ो क्योंकि हम संस्कृत शिक्षक हैं, संस्कृत पढ़ावें, किंतु इतना जोर न दें कि उसकी मैथ छूट जाए। मैथ में उस हो सकता है बहुत आगे प्रगति कर सकता है, कला में वो बहुत बड़ा कलाकार बन सकता है, कोई खेल में है तो खेल में बहुत बड़ा बन सकता है। उस समय उसके खेल को भी हमको महत्व देना है, अपने विषय को भी पढ़ाना है। हम केवल अपने विषय में पूरे बच्चे 100% नंबर पावें और दूसरे विषय छोड़ दें तो इसकी हमारी ख्याति नहीं होगी, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। इसलिए बच्चे की योग्यता का परखन करते हुए और अपनी योग्यताओं को भी देखते हुए हमको कहाँ पर क्या, हम जैसे हम बतला रहे हैं कि हम कोई पुस्तक लिख रहे हैं, हम मेरे द्वारा एक पंचांग बनाया जाता है, हम पंचांग बना रहे हैं, कुछ भी शिक्षक के अतिरिक्त शिक्षक पढ़ाई के अतिरिक्त भी जो कार्य करते हैं उन कार्यों को भी वहाँ देखा जाता है। इसलिए हमारे आज जो शिक्षक जुड़े, इनके आख्यानों से ऐसा मुझे आभास हुआ कि निश्चित रूप से योग्यता तो सब में है और ये सब राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार के लायक है। हमारी शुभकामनाएं भी हैं आज की डेट में कि सबको राष्ट्रपति पुरस्कार मिले और उसके आगे नोबेल पुरस्कार भी प्राप्त हो, ऐसी हमारी भावना है। किंतु कब होगा? जब हम अपनी योग्यताओं को बता भी सकें कि हम में ये योग्यता है, हम एक क्षमता है। हम आपको बतला दें संक्षिप्त में एक बात,
समय थोड़ा कम हो रहा है,
हमको 2 मिनट का समय दिया गया था।
रखिए प्लीज
जी,
समय समाप्त होने वाला है इसलिए कह रहा है।
ठीक, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बस यही कहना। जय श्री कृष्ण।
धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. Thank you. धन्यवाद मिश्रा sir for sharing the process of getting national and definitely सारे teachers इस दिशा में काम करेंगे. Now I would like to call Pradeep Khare sir to conclude the program and certificate distribution to all the speakers. Over to you, Pradeep sir.
जी, thank you मैम। तो सबसे पहले हम देंगे दिस सर्टिफिकेट टू प्राची शेखा मैम। शी इज डन अ वंडरफुल एंकरिंग, बहुत ही शानदार तरीके से पूरा प्रोग्राम संभाला हुआ है। नेक्स्ट PL चौधरी मैम, शी हैज ऑल्सो डन अ वेरी गुड टॉक। सुमेधा पाटनी मैम ने बहुत अच्छे से बोला, समझाया। देन वी हैड कमला पाल मैम, शी वाज अगेन अ गुड स्पीकर। देन वी हैड राखी गिबरानी जी, वंडरफुल टॉक। गौरव चंद्रा, अगेन एक्सेलेंट टॉक। कुलजीत कौर मैम, good talk with examples. Then Salil Garg sir, again a very good speaker. And Manoj Pandey ji, बहुत अच्छे से बताया आपने. Then we had Dr. Agrawal, who again shared his wisdom. And मिश्रा जी, जिन्होंने बहुत अच्छा बोला। अंत में मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ, आपको थोड़ा सा मुझे बोलना पड़ा क्योंकि समय बहुत कम है। हमारे सेशन खत्म होने वाला है, 9:30 पे खत्म हो जाएगा। इसलिए आप सभी लोग बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और इतना अच्छा सेशन सबने किया, सब लोगों ने भाग लिया, आप सबके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। हमारी तरफ से शुभकामनाएं शिक्षक दिवस की। आप सभी लोग खुश रहें, स्वस्थ रहें, ईश्वरी कृपा आपके ऊपर हमेशा बनी रहे।
धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद आप सभी को, धन्यवाद सर।
इसके साथ हम ये सेशन को समाप्त करने की अनुमति चाहते हैं क्योंकि 2 मिनट और बचे हैं, 9:30 बजे ये सेशन खत्म हो जाएगा। इसलिए मैं सोच रहा था भी 2 मिनट का समय है, कोई अगर कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं तो हम उनको समय 2 मिनट का दे सकते हैं।
सर एक रिक्वेस्ट है, मैं बोलना तो नहीं चाहती हूँ बट एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि जितने भी हमारे स्पीकर्स हैं और मिश्रा सर हैं, अग्रवाल सर हैं, इन सबके प्रोफाइल लाइक सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स अगर हम सबको ग्रुप पे मिल जाए तो हम फॉलो करें, जो भी लोग कर रहे हैं, जो भी टीचिंग ये सोशल मीडिया के थ्रू आप सभी लोग दे रहे हैं, उनसे हम बेनिफिट हो पाए। तो दिस इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट टू यू सर, इफ वी कैन।
दो शब्द मैं कहना चाहूंगा
जी,
2 शब्द मैं कहना चाहूंगा
जी।
अगर समय हो 1 मिनट ही बोलूंगा
जी, हाँ प्लीज सर, प्लीज।
सभी को सुन के बहुत अच्छा लगा, ऐसा लगा कि हम फिर से आपको सुनते रहे लगातार। प्राची मैम, खरे सर, बहुत अच्छा सेशन रहा, ये सुपर यादगार। इतना कहना चाहूंगा कि शिक्षक की जो महत्व है वो बच्चों तक कैसे पहुंचे, ये कई एग्जाम्पल ने बहुतों ने दी इसलिए, लेकिन बहुत समय कम है। हमारे जो राष्ट्रपति थे शंकर दयाल शर्मा जी, वह 94 में एक दफे ओमान गए थे और मस्कट की राजधानी में गए थे। वहां के उस समय जो सुल्तान थे वो काबूस बिन सैद थे और वो आज तक कभी किसी भी हेड ऑफ स्टेट को रिसीव करने नहीं गए। यहाँ तक कि वो अपने जो उनका पैलेस था वहां भी नहीं जाते थे। लेकिन जब 94 में शर्मा जी वहां पहुंच गए, शंकर दयाल जी, तो वह जो किंग है वह ना केवल वहां प्लेन पे आए, प्लेन से खुद सीढ़ियां चढ़ के उनकी सीट पे गए प्लेन में और उनको वहां से लेके आए और नीचे अपने शेफर्स को उन्होंने अलग किया कि मैं ही ड्राइव करूंगा। खुद वो अपनी गाड़ी लेके पैलेस में गए और उन्होंने सारे प्रोटोकॉल ब्रेक किए। तो वहां के सिक्योरिटी जो उनका मैनेजमेंट था, उन्होंने पूछा कि सर आपने ऐसा आज तक कभी नहीं किया। तो उन्होंने मुस्कुराते हुए कहा, आपको नहीं पता ये मेरे लिए कौन है। जब मैं पूनम में था, शी वॉज माई प्रोफेसर। तो दैट वॉज द ग्रेटेस्ट रेस्पेक्ट टू ए टीचर वो बिकेम प्रेसिडेंट। और सभी को मुझे कहना नहीं चाहिए, हमारे कितने 6 राष्ट्रपति टीचर हैं, राष्ट्रपति बने।
ठीक सर, मैं आज्ञा चाहता हूँ।
धन्यवाद, धन्यवाद।
डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद, डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन, डॉक्टर जाकिर हुसैन, APJ अब्दुल कलाम साहब, SD शर्मा जी, KR नारायणन। तो ये हमारे टीचर्स की वैल्यू है कि जो इस पद तक भी पहुंचे। एक मैं वंदना बस 1 मिनट में बोलूंगा जो मैंने आज ही लिखी है। शिक्षा, शिक्षक का महत्व। प्रथम पूजनीय गणेश जी हमारे, प्रथम शिक्षिका है माँ हमारी। मिला ज्ञान जिन शिक्षकों से हमें, पथ हमारा हुआ जिनसे उजियारा। नमन हम करते गुरुओं को अपने, बिना शिक्षा के सुना है जीवन। शिक्षित जीवन ही नव जीवन। आदर सम्मान भी करना उनका, जिनसे भी मिलता कुछ ज्ञान हमें। शिक्षक बिना है अधूरा जीवन, बात ये कभी ये बच्चों तुम न भूलना। धन्यवाद। और मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि यहीं पे एक टीचर है, उसका एक मिशन है ईच वन टीच वन, और आज उस मुहिम को 7 साल हुए चलाए हुए, और अब वो बच्चे जिनको हमने अपने साथ लिया था वो अब इंटरनेशनल फेम के पहुंच गए हैं। वो वही बच्चा जिनको क्लास में सीखा या हमने सिखाया, सर आपसे बातचीत हुई, उन्होंने कितने आगे जो चेन बनाई है। तो ऐसा हम बनाए, प्लान चेन बनाए कि ईच वन, हर बच्चा कुछ अच्छा सीखे और दूसरों को बताए। तो ग्रीटिंग्स टू ऑल फॉर दिस ग्रेट डे। हैप्पी टीचर्स डे टू ऑल। थैंक यू वेरी मच सर फॉर गिविंग मी अ
Thank you.
चांस।
Thank you, everyone.
चलिए, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी लोगों का। All of you have spared your valuable time, and now we can end the session for today. Or good night. Take good care of yourself. Thank you.